Okay, so yesterday you learned how to factor when it was a trinomial in the form x squared plus bx plus c when a was 1, right? That's what we learned yesterday. So we would look for two things that multiply together to give us c, and they add up to b. This is the exact same thing, except a is not equal to 1 in this case. So you're learning how to factor when a is not equal to 1. There's only one difference. When you were factoring yesterday, when a was 1, you were looking for two things that multiplied together to give you c, right? The only difference is you're looking for two things that multiply together to give you a times c. That's it. That's the only difference. What's a times c in this case? What's 3 times 6?
18.
So we're looking for two numbers that multiply together to give us 18. And same thing, adds up to b. So what's b? 11. So what are factors of 18? What are two numbers that multiply together to give you 18? 6 and 3. What's 6 plus 3?
9.
That didn't work. What else? What times what is 18? 2 times 9 and positive. So we know both of them can be positive, and it has to add up to positive 11. What's 2 plus 9? 11. Okay, so that's the first part. Does everyone understand that? Same steps, except you have a coefficient of x squared that's not 1. So you have to include that. You have to multiply c times a. So now we're going to decompose the middle term. Here's our middle term. We're basically breaking it apart because we know that 2 and 9, 2 plus 9 will give me 11. So the thing you need to do is you need to figure out where should I put my 2 and where should I put my 9? Should I put my 2 with the 3? Do those have common factors? Or should I put the 9 with the 3? Do those have common factors? 9. That's it. So we're going to break it apart. It's called decomposing. You're decomposing the middle term. So I have 3x squared plus 9x. And then what's the second term? I'll use a different color. Plus 2x. And then I have this plus 6. Does everyone see what I did here? I've broken this apart. I made it 9 plus 2. Instead of writing plus 11, I'm writing plus 9 plus 2. Plus 9 plus 2 is the same as writing plus 11. So we group these together. We have our 3x squared and our 9x have common factors. We've already done this method. And we have our 2x squared and our 6 have common factors. So you factor them separately. Yep. So what is it? What are common factors of 3x squared and 9x? 3x, yep. So if I divide both of these by 3x, what am I left with? X plus 3. We did this yesterday. And now I'm going to factor this. What are common factors of 2x and 6? What can both of these be divided by?
2.
Just 2. So it's going to be plus 2. And then 2 divided by 2 is 1. I'm left with x plus 3. Can I factor this more?
Yes.
We have two common factors. So, yep, x plus 3, 3x plus 2. And that's the final answer. Okay, so again, we're looking for two numbers that multiply together to give me a times c. This is a, and this is c. And when you add up the two numbers, you get b. So I like to write this little chart. What's a times c? Don't forget to include the sign. 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. And they have to add up to negative 8. So if you tried positive 10 times negative 2, what's 10 plus negative 2? Positive 8. That didn't work. So 10 plus negative 2 equals positive 8. So that doesn't work. Yep. Negative 10 and positive 2. What's negative 10 plus 2? Yeah, that works. So now I have to figure out, am I going to put my 10 with the 4, or am I going to put the 2 with the 4? You're trying to break this apart. So we have 4x squared, plus, it's either going to be plus 2x or plus negative 10x. Okay, plus 2x And then we have minus 10x minus 5. So once again, you're basically just breaking apart this negative 8, positive 2, minus 10 is negative 8. So you're just breaking it apart and you're grouping it. You're decomposing it. Well, if I put the 10 with the 4, I have a common factor of 10 and 4, but then if I put the 2 with the 5, I don't have any common factors. So what are the common factors of 4x squared and 2x? Good, so equals 2x. I'm left with what? If I divide both of these by 2x plus 1, and then negative 10x and negative 5. If it starts with a negative, factor out the negative, okay?
Yeah.
So negative 5. They're both divisible by negative 5. So I'm going to write negative 5, and then what's a negative divided by a negative? Positive 2x plus 1. You get the same number, or the same terms inside the bracket. So we have 2x minus 5 and 2x plus 1. So you're looking for two numbers that multiply together to give you a times c, but adds up to b. So what's a times c? Positive 144. What's b? Negative 25. So they have to be negative 16 and negative 9 add up to negative 25. And does it matter if I put negative 16 with a or negative 9 with a?
No.
No, because a and c are the same number. It's the exact same number, right? So what order do you want to write it in? 2x squared, do you want to do 16 or 9 first?
9.
Okay, minus 9x minus 16x plus 12. So see how it doesn't matter because I grouped negative 9 with 12, and here I grouped negative 16 with 12. A and c were the same number. It doesn't matter what you group it with. Okay, so they both have common factors.
3.
And then the common factors of 16x and 12. Negative, good. Always factor out the negative because it's... John Michael. Getting the hang of it now? So you repeat it over and over. Okay, do this as the last example. And then you're going to just spend the whole period practicing this. I'm going to hand back your quizzes. Mm-hmm. That's negative 42, yeah. What times what is 42? That adds up to 19. So remember the rule from the rap video? If the symbol, the last symbol is a negative, I forget now. Hamden, did you figure it out? Multiplies to negative 42 and adds up to positive 19. One has to be positive and one has to be negative. Don't say it. Yeah. Okay, factor it then. Fully factor. You understand, Andrea? Where'd you get? You got it? Positive 21 and the negative 2, yes. Easy. See, the more you do it, the easier it gets. 3x bracket. What? 3? No.
7x.
Oh. Yeah. Oh. 7x bracket.
And then
X plus 3 minus 2 bracket x plus 3. So what's the final answer, Ridge? What's 7x squared and 21x? What is their common factor of these two? Huh? Yep. So to summarize, we good?